Hi, y'all. This subject that I'm about to go over has been weighing really hard on my heart. Like, I need to cover it. And, okay, last night I had heard, one of my YouTuber friends that I communicate with over email, and it's like I don't really affiliate myself with very many other YouTubers unless I believe their heart's in the right place and stuff, and I believe his is. But he was talking about that if people have taken if other, like, extended family members that are not in their immediate family have taken the abomination, and I have to talk in code on this for obvious reasons, but I'll get, I'll do like Carrie Ann does, and I'll go down in the comment section and then I'll write like a key for my code. But just so that if anybody doesn't understand, then you can look down there and I'll pin the comment. But he was talking about how if extended family members or, like that, if they have taken the abomination, that he's not going to just totally shy away from, like, that he would be okay to be like in with his family, like in the same room as them. And part of what I'm going to talk about in this video is that we're getting down to the time where you have to make those difficult, heart-wrenching decisions that are hard. They might cause loss of different things, like of a job or of conveniences. And I'm going to get to that because I have stories that I'm thinking about, different situations, but I'm going to get to those. So anyways, he was talking about he feels like it's okay to visit with family members that have had the abomination. And I was like, whoa. When I saw that, I was like, whoa, no. People aren't going to like this video, and I might lose some subscribers over it, but, I'm not here to, like, brighten everybody's day, because this stuff isn't bright, okay? I'm here to try to wake you up to what the gravity of the situation really is. Like, for your health, for your safety, for everything, for your life, for your children's lives. But yeah, long story short, I need to cut to the chase here. He was saying that he would feel okay to go visit distant or extended family members that have had the abominations, like even both doses of them or something, and that he trusts Jesus to protect him and his family. And many of y'all, if not all, already know my testimony, how I was attacked when I was 15, when I was already awake, mind you, in my bed, and pressed down by a demon, an entity. It was not visible, like with your eyes, but it pushed me down to where my mattress, it was an inner spring mattress, so my body was flattened against the box spring that's below the mattress. Like, it was crushing my ribs. I felt like I was about to have broken ribs. I tried to breathe. I couldn't draw a breath. And it's like I tried to scream for mom and dad, and no sound would come out. So inside my mind, in extremely panicked fashion, I just said, Jesus, help me. I don't want to start crying right now, but Jesus does answer to Jesus, and he helped me. And I'd say it was, if I had to put a time on it, I'd say it was within 2 seconds or less, thereabouts, that entity with the strength of like 10 men lifted it. It was gone as quickly as it came. And then I was able to gasp for air and scream and cry and everything. Jesus has saved me. So I understand where he's coming from about he believes Jesus will protect him and his family when being around people that have taken the abomination. Okay? But that's not, to me, okay, yes, Jesus will protect you. If you call on his name, like if when you call on his name, when you're in a very difficult situation, he will save you. Like, if you truly believe in him and you call on his name, he will save you. That's true. But knowing how, like, okay, when a cat or a dog, how they lose hair, like all over the house, maybe. It's called SHED. The rest of the word. These people that have taken this abomination are doing that. SHED. And I can explain it in the pinned comment below after this, but no, there's filth, and there are these spikes, okay? That's also code, obviously. I can't really speak about any of this in an intelligent fashion, but no, they are spiking out of their skin, and it is coming out of their very breath. When they breathe, it's airborne. They are spiking airborne. So, honestly, we're at a point in time, and it is really sad, but we're at a point in time when you can't. It's like the people that have taken the abomination are the ones that should be wearing a mask for the rest of their life. It's not going to be a long life, because in the place where they test things, like medical, like animals, in that place, when they gave the abomination to these animals, it killed all of them, okay? But animals have a shorter lifespan than humans do. And so that's why only a few of the people that have taken the abomination have dropped dead so far. But I mean, it will catch up to every single last one of them. It's hard to hear, but it's just a fact. That's what it was designed to do, okay? But no, I would say, okay, I get sidetracked sometimes, but I got to get back to the point I was trying to make. Saying, I trust Jesus to protect my family. I trust in Jesus. So I'm going to go bring my wife and my children around and visit family members that are SHE, like when cats and dogs lose their hair, they're SHE spike, they're spiking. I think it's, how do I word this? I want to word it correctly. I think that they are, that just choosing to go and be in close contact, or to touch, or to hug, or to be in the same room even with someone that has taken the abomination, that is, and then just believing that Jesus is going to protect you, that's like setting yourself on fire. Like, that's like the people that wear a fire suit or something. No, but it's like setting yourself on fire on purpose, but there's no standby guy to like put you out. It's like tempting God to me, in my opinion. And I'll stand behind that. And it's like he's not going to like to hear that, but that's what it is. That's what it is, in my opinion. You're tempting God. This thing is harmful. It's toxic. It's filth. And you're going to go choose, and you choose to go be around that. And then you just expect that Jesus is going to keep you safe. It's like, Jesus gave you God, the Heavenly Father, Yah. He created you with a working brain, especially if you are a big teacher on this platform, like he is. And it's like, I'm not trying to pick on people. It's just, I care about his family and him. And no, if you choose, it's like, now is the time basically to draw. You have to have your line already drawn in the sand. There are, okay, from the SHE spike, okay, there, and I'm just laughing because of how ridiculous it sounds to have to code everything, to talk in code. It's like, I wish we could be open, but not on Kabbalah Tube. Like, forget about that. But no, now is time to where you should have already drawn your line in the sand, to be honest. If you're just now starting to draw that line, then you've kind of missed the whole point. Like, this is the it's the beast system. I was going to try to make a code word for that. No, this is the beast system. And it's like, it's time to where, like, if you were going to visit a family member that has taken the abomination, they would need to be like triple masked up before I would let me or my kids around them. I'm telling you that much. And we'd have to stand like seriously 20 feet or more apart. Like, because I don't believe in wearing a mask. And I don't believe in my family doesn't either. So we'd have to be like many feet apart. And they would have to be triple masked. Because they are the ones that need it. Because they are toxic. They're like a walking toxicity at this point. And if it sounds mean, I'm sorry. But the truth sometimes is harsh. Then there's another case that I'm going to talk about. Of somebody that I know. And she was telling me that it's like I'd been on her case in the past because she's sending her kids to school to suffocate in a mask. They're in there for 7 hours or something. To suffocate it's torturing them. If you send your kid to school in a damn mask, that's torturing them. Sorry. I don't call myself crystal clear truth for no reason. Like, I'm blunt and I'll bring it right to you. You're torturing your children if you're sending them to school in a mask. Now is the time to where you have to already have decided, because we've already been put to the test, like where you can't, like, you cannot send your child to school in a mask. God's going to hold you accountable. He's going to judge you for that. Like, you cannot take the Q-tip, okay? That's what I'm going to call that one. And y'all know what that means. You cannot take the Q-tip because okay, check it out, okay? Like, I used to be an RN and I was a very talented one, so I know my anatomy and whatnot. But in your mouth, okay, at the roof of your mouth is your hard palate. Like right behind where your teeth are, there's your hard palate. And it goes maybe like 1.5 inches or 2 inches, whatever. And then behind that, there's just nothing but a layer, it's a thin, like I'd say less than 1/8 of an inch layer of skin. that separates the inside of your mouth from your freaking brain, okay? That's called your soft palate. What are they doing with this Q-tip? They are puncturing people's soft palate, causing them to leak out CSF and have severe headaches, and some have died from it, okay? You cannot ever take the Q-tip. I was heartbroken when I was told that this person's child had been given the Q-tip at school or something because they had a fever the day before. So to come back, it was their policy that you have to take the Q-tip before they let you come back to school. And I said, well, F word. Then I'm getting mad right now. Then you don't let her go back to school. You keep her at home. It's like you went to college and you have a degree in teaching. I said you should have just signed your kids out to homeschool from the gate, from the jump, from the get-go. Should have never sent them into that school to suffocate, torturing them, suffocating in a mask just because you need a break. That's not cool. That's selfishness, honestly, in my opinion. I'm not being mean. I'm being real. Like, people get taken aback by how I might post. Like, I put up an ultimatum. I had posted an ultimatum, like, to myself. And I had showed a note that I sent. And I had someone come along and say, why do you put personal stuff up on YouTube? Or on the internet, is what they said. And I said, well, and I started talking in caps because I feel very passionate about this. I said, because, well, and I have more thoughts about it now, but I'm trying to think of exactly what I said. I said, because if I announce how I feel about this, if I hold myself to a certain standard that I know that I deserve that good for, like, in a partner, you know, if I hold myself to that standard, if I announce it in front of the world, then I'm holding myself to it. It's in a way, I'm holding myself accountable. So there's no coming back later, like settling for less, then coming back later, and then, you know, it's like, and then people be like, what were you thinking? Like, you know, you announced, it's like, I try these days more than ever in my life. I try to be a woman of integrity. I say what I mean what I say. And when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. I follow through. So it's just, and I'm transparent. I feel like more people should be transparent. And another reason why I post personal stuff or stuff that matters to me, I post, it's not just like personal stuff. It's stuff that it's something that matters to me. I post things that matter to me because y'all are my family. More, it's like Daisy is the only person in this world that is really like true family to me, that has never let me down. She's the only one. Only. So, I'm closer to several of y'all on YouTube than y'all are more family than my family could ever be. Than some of them. So, that's why. It's like, I don't really have a family except Daisy. So, that's why I share things. And to hold myself to what it's like I put my foot down. I'm going to hold to a certain standard. And so it's like I'll be more accountable if I say it in front of 2,500 people. So anyway, sorry about the tangent. So back to what I was talking about. So then this person tells me that they had been doing homebound over the stupid video camera and stuff, and that they were becoming panicked and they were frustrated and they were having a miserable life because they had 2 kids doing the homebound, and the person said that they'd be up till 9:30 at night just trying to get all this work done. And I said, well, what the heck? why, I said, you're a teacher. Why didn't you sign them out to homeschool? And then just sit them both. The ages are not that far apart. Sit them both down at the table and just teach them, come up with a lesson that to where, like, you don't have to personalize the lesson. Come up with a lesson where they're learning some reading, some writing, and some basic math. And I said, anything that they're getting out of it is better than nothing. But I mean, this person's a teacher. It's like, come on. Like, you gotta get, the point is, you're gonna have to give up conveniences. Like, you're not gonna be able to have that break for 7 hours and have a couple of the kids gone at school. You're not gonna be able to do that. Not if, like, God's gonna hold you accountable if you send their little booties back to school. Like, I'm starting to get mad because I feel so strongly about this stuff, but it's like, I don't want to curse. It's like, no. You do not suffocate your child in a mask. You have to draw a line. There's a line here. God is watching, okay? There's a line here. God is watching us. We have to do not just like halfway, keep up with the beast system, keep doing what they want, just whatever it takes to get by. Let them take a Q-tip. Let the school give them a Q-tip. Or they can't return to school? Well, holy bleep, they don't go back to school. Huh. It's like, I was just thinking, are you kidding me? This is insane. It's like, no, you don't ever take a Q-tip. If it costs you your job, oh well. You got to trust in the Lord to provide. Or you got to find some way to be able to earn some income that is not like tied so heavily into the beast system. You got to like change your whole there's a term there, change your whole operating method. There was like a fancy term for that and I couldn't think of it right at the second. But no, it's like you can't suffocate your kids in a mask. And people might say, well, I have to send them to school in a mask because if I don't, then I can't keep up my job. And it's like, well, okay, it's time to start giving up things out of the beast system. Maybe you have to lose your job. Stay home with your kids. That's why prepping is so important. Like I've been doing for 4 years. Because it wouldn't be that difficult and that much of a pinch. It wouldn't be so catastrophic. You wouldn't be in this situation. Like, oh, I gotta suffocate my kids in a mask for 7 hours a day just so I can go out and work like a slave just to keep a roof over our heads. But for 7 hours a day, they gotta suffocate. And then it's like, then what are you gonna do to keep that job of yours? You're gonna take the Q-tip? There are metals that are adhering to people's forehead from taking the Q-tip. They lied to all of us, okay? The Q-tip has, I don't want to use that word, N-A-N, oh my, yeah, the Q-tip is, they fooled a lot of people, because a lot of people thought, well, they're not going to take the abomination. Well, the Q-tip is basically the abomination, almost as bad, just without the alteration of your genetics, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, for some reason, people that have taken the Q-tip are having metals that will just cling to their forehead, okay? And then people that have taken the abomination, metals will cling to the abomination location. But there have been cases already where the person, the stickiness of the metals, like the affinity of the metal to their body, okay? I'm sorry, I have to talk in so much code. This is really crazy. Okay, if something has an affinity for something, that means it's drawn to it, right? Okay? So let's say there's just metal objects. Take a key, and it has affinity to other areas of your body besides just the abomination site. Okay. This stuff is really, like Carrie Ann, like Sister Carrie Ann says, this stuff is really wicked. It is. And the only way to make it through this with your what's the word? With your integrity, like with honor intact, is to completely just ditch out, just refuse everything from the beast system. Refuse it all. Like, you have to lose your job if you don't take the Q-tip. Well then, like, oh well, bye job. Like, you have to not strangulate. You have to suffocate your children for 7 hours, you know, to send them to school. You don't send your kids to school. Stay home with your kids. Then, what else? I know there's more that I need to go over. Oh, then there's, somebody was telling me that, they're going to have to take the Q-tip because, like, they're going to have to take the Q-tip. They can't deliver vaginally, okay? So they are going to have to take, they're telling me they are going to have to take the Q-tip to give birth. And I said, no, you don't. I said, you need to reach out to, this person knows people that are medically trained. Like, one is a PA, one is a doctor. So I said, either you find a way to forage that Q-tip, have them sign off on it for you, have them, like, brush it up against, you know, something. Like, no, I'm just laughing because these tests came back positive, and it was pawpaw fruits. They came back positive for the CV, and it was on pawpaw fruits and on goats. Have them go swab a pawpaw fruit and a goat for you. But seriously, you're going to have to make some other plans. You cannot take the Q-tip to give birth. Start, like it's still a ways off. Like, make some plans. Start making moves. I don't want you to get magnetized in your head if you end up listening to this. Because if you're magnetized in your head, see, and also what I believe is, if anybody is magnetized, I don't believe everybody that's taking the Q-tip is going to end up magnetized. I don't. I think if they've gotten it numerous of times, that the odds are higher for them becoming where those metals have an affinity for their forehead. But I don't think that's guaranteed. But with the abomination, okay, especially if they've taken both opportunities of the abomination, those people, I believe with all my heart, okay, and to the best of my knowledge and using my intelligence and discernment, I believe that most of those people are going to be what there was a show that the last word is dead. Growling, biting, with a desire for human flesh. Yeah, that's what I believe is going to happen. I'm not kidding. So, it's like, yeah, to keep your job, if your job is requiring the Q-tip, oh well, peace out. Don't be their victim. Like, you're supposed to be getting a promotion? Oh well. You know, Jesus didn't want us to be seeking promotion, and you know what I'm saying? He lived a simple life. Like, he didn't even, like, he worked part of the time, like, as a carpenter, but then once he was active in with his ministry, he didn't know, it's like he trusted in God to provide. And he didn't know, I mean, he could have known, who was gonna help him out. But it's like he trusted in God that God was gonna provide, and that somehow it would work out. And like he wasn't living in a luxurious home, and was poor. So like if you're trying to take a Q-tip, or if you're going to take especially an abomination, you're going to take a Q-tip and an abomination and possibly become one of these that enjoy human flesh. Like is it worth that? Is it worth that to you? Honestly, it's time. You have to draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in your spirit, in your heart. And if it involves doing any of these things that they want, you have to just refuse to do it. Refuse to participate in this system. No matter what. And I know it's hard, but we are here. See, what I believe is that we are here on this fallen, flat, stationary plane that we live on. Psalms 104 verse 5 and Psalms 19 verse 1. Look them up if you think I'm crazy, okay? Because I'm not. Now, it's just you're going to have to draw a line in your heart and your soul. And you just say, no more. I'm not going to cross that line. I'm not willing to cross that line just for beast system rewards. I'm not willing to do it. Refuse. That's what we have to do. So anyways, I'm going to get here to this comment, and it's like I'm using his comment here, but it's like I don't want to put him on blast. So it's like I concealed his face and name. He said, yeah, everything is backwards with this thing for sure. And what that was referring to was I was talking about how it's ass backwards, how they, like I saw a sign at Kohl's that I went to yesterday, I think. And it said fully abominated, like with two abomination opportunities. Those that have taken 2 abomination opportunities, all right, are free to not wear a face diaper in the store. And it's like Daisy was reading that sign with me, and she said, oh no, Mom. She said, we shouldn't go to this store anymore. It's like, wow. And she's 7. Like, how brilliant is my baby? But, you know, I don't want to sit here and gloat over Daisy, but Daisy is incredibly blessed with truth. But yeah, that's what's backwards. It's like they need to be wearing a face diaper. Ones that took the abomination need to be wearing a face diaper for life. And they need to be wearing like a head to toe silicone, like a latex suit or something. They need to cover up their skin too. I'm laughing because I was thinking of Doja Cat in that latex, they were wearing like a latex mask or something. But no, somebody that has taken 2 abomination opportunities, they need to be covered. They need to have their skin covered full head to toe in a silicone or latex suit, and they need to always have to wear a face diaper forever. That's what I feel about it. Sorry, it's like the truth is blunt sometimes, but yeah, that's what it meant by, I said it's ass backwards. How that it's like they should be wearing the face covering because they are ejecting SHE spike. You know, they're ejecting that out of their breath. It's like a walking cancer. Just like, you don't want to be in the same room with one of these people. You really don't. You don't want to have, if you know that they have been fully abominated, you do not want to touch them. It's coming out of their skin. Okay? Now I'm going to get back to this. He said, yeah, everything is backwards with this thing for sure. Abomination 1 put his mom in the ER with Bell's palsy. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like, I could be wrong. But when I was in nursing school, and from my experience, Bell's palsy is like, it's like where like half your body, it's like a stroke. And it messes up your face, and it can mess with your speech and your gait and everything. So Bell's palsy usually is permanent. So first shot, okay, Bell's palsy. And then she decided not to get another abomination. And then his niece is married to a serviceman who had to get it. No, you didn't. You did not have to get it. That's the thing. You have to draw a line in your heart and your soul. You did not have to get it. Because of the requirement where they planned to send him, it was that or dishonorable discharge. Well, no. That dishonorable discharge, that's a badge of honor right there. Just like Rock Uncle production. He was telling me, because I was talking about people calling me a tinfoil hat, that I don't mind making myself look like a fool because it might help like one person or something. But I said, but people call me a tinfoil hat and I don't really take it. I don't really care. And he said, that tinfoil hat is a crown. Okay. That dishonorable discharge is a badge, is a medal of honor. It's the highest honor. That's how I feel about it. Okay. And here, right here, the Satan worshiping scum behind this evil need to be put down. And yes, they're going to burn in the lake for sure. All of them, they're perpetuating this, including my lovely 8th cousin twice removed, Donna Jo Drumpf, that has fooled so many people. But yeah, they will be put down. That's a fact. They will be put down in the lake. All of us have to face Jesus for what we've done while we were in this physical body and be judged for the deeds we've done, both good and bad. And I don't remember the exact verse of that. I wish I could quote the verse, but that's not important because I said it almost verbatim. But yeah, they are going to be put down. And that's right. But the thing is, the thing I want y'all to take away from this is that you have to, now we're in a time where you have to make those hard decisions. You cannot take the Q-tip. You can especially not take the abomination. I believe that the abomination has an actually fairly high potential of possibly being the 3-6. I'll say it like that. And that's because of an idea that Joseph had put out. He had made a video showing all the gematria with how it leans towards that the abomination in its current form might be the 3-6. The numbers actually point to it being the 3-6, to be honest. But he made a point, and it was really valid. It made sense. And what he said was that, think about it, they've been pushing this whole agenda, this whole gimmick for just about 2 years now. And it's like they're doing lotteries. They're going to give you a Krispy Kreme. They want to give you beer. It's like, what else? It's like they are trying to bribe people. They've been working alive like a maggot. They're just working alive trying to get people to take this. And he said, do you really think that down the line that they're going to start all over with something else and then have to push hard again to make them take like the next thing? It's like they've been working so hard at pushing this thing. And if this abomination is not the 3-6, then it's just going to be the next, they're going to push the, like, version 2.0, like, whatever's next will be it. So why take the chance of it, of being abominated? Why take a chance with making your body the abomination of desolation and being condemned to the lake? Why would you take a chance and condemn your, possibly, even if there's a like 0.0001% chance that it is the 3-6, even if there's that little of a chance that it could be, why would you take that chance? Because if it is, then you know your destination's the lake. And it's hot down there. So, I know people are going to be pissed off about this video and upset. And I will pray for y'all that are upset, because my heart's in the right place. And y'all need to get your hearts in the right place also. If you don't have them there. You're going to have to give up stuff. It's not going to be comfortable. You're going to have to give up that job, that promotion, that peace that you would have sending your kids away to school, that little bit of a break you would have. You have to give up all of that. All of it. You have to give everything up that makes this like a semblance of a normal society and life, because it's not. We're in the end times, and you got to take a stand. Because if you don't, better believe Jesus is you're going to have to answer for why you didn't. And if it was just so I could maintain my current lifestyle standard and for just conveniences, I don't think that's going to be a good enough answer, to be honest. You don't want to lose eternity with our Savior because you were tired and wanted a break from your kids, so you suffocate them in a mask. You don't want to lose your eternity with our Savior because you wanted a promotion or wanted to keep that job and be able to pay your mortgage or whatever. It's like you didn't trust in God that if you made the right choice, that He was going to provide for you somehow. It's like you have to be willing to give up everything that makes this American dream sort of life. Like, it's like the American dream is like a joke. People are suffering out there. The price of everything's going up. We're in the end times. And it's like you're going to have to give up. It's either you are a servant of the beast or you have to give up this stuff. So, I hope that this shakes some of y'all. Like the other day I was talking about some people need a gong put upside their head, you know? and then someone else needs to come up along with one of those big drumsticks, like for the big drums, and hit that gong and rattle some people's brains. And then it might be an improvement. And honestly, I'm not trying to disrespect y'all, because I know if you follow my channel that you got discernment and you got good heart, good soul, like lots of brains. So it's hard decisions. Just make the right decision. I hope y'all have a blessed night.